360! Hell yeah! What is up, guys? Mingmoto here. Today, well, first I gotta turn my bike off. I want to talk about 5 things that I love about the MT07 or FZ07, depending on where you live. For me, it's an FZ07. But anyway, first thing that I can't stand are, and I'm sure anybody with a Yamaha can agree, is those freaking floppy donkey dick turn signals. They're in the front and the back. I hate them. I'm gonna get rid of them with some flush mounts as soon as possible. But that's number one. Those, I call them the freaking orange pumpkins. They gotta go. The second thing that I kind of hate is where they put the foot pegs. And it's not really that big of a deal. I got used to it real fast, but when you first start riding it, they're really in the way of right where you want to put your feet down. I don't know if you can see that. So you got to kind of keep them back or just a little further out or up, or I don't know. That's just a gripe of mine. And the third thing, which is kind of a big deal to me, I don't know, it just drives me crazy, is the placement. Maybe this is just my hands, I don't know, maybe I got like tiny, like weird baby hands or something. But when my left hand is on this control, or I mean on this bar when I'm riding, for some reason it's really a pain. I mean, if you see, this is where my hand is naturally, comfortably. And I kind of gotta like release and like bring my whole hand over to get to, you know, the turn signals or the horn. And that has gotten annoying several times because somebody will cut me off or something, or do something stupid, and I go to reach for the horn and I'm like, and I like signal and flash my light, which flashing my lights isn't bad, but flashing my lights or what, and then I finally honk, and by then they're like, I'm honking at the wrong car because that car is like 3 cars past, and yeah, it's kind of stupid. But one thing I do love, I'll go ahead and throw this in there. I am going to make a 5 things I love video, but since I'm talking about these controls and how much they suck, one thing I will give Yamaha is this right here is a little high beam flasher, which is pretty cool. It comes in really handy if you want, you know, you can kind of beep and then flash, and it kind of really gets people's attention. But anyway, the fourth thing that really bugs me, and it's a cheap bike, so you can't really complain too much because it's functional and it's not that big of an issue, but it's this right here. I don't know if you guys can see how much play that has in there. So that's the rear seat underneath there. You know, like most bikes, it has a little compartment. And I've just got like, oh, no, actually nothing. Oh, cool. I thought I had my insurance card and stuff in there. So, an empty baggie, cool. But if you look, see how thin these tabs are? These tabs go here, and look how wide the space for the tab is. Like, really, Yamaha, you couldn't have made it like a little more tight fitting. I know a lot of people, Jake the Garden Snake is one, has wrapped this with tape, and they say that helps. It doesn't bother me that much, so I'm really not gonna worry about it. But it is kind of, it's hard to get aligned sometimes, especially if there's something in there. It's hard to get it to pop on, and then it rattles, and just kind of janky. Kind of a step below what you'd expect from Yamaha. Usually, you know, their stuff's pretty tight and, you know, tight. I don't know how this means tight, but tight. And the last thing, now this isn't really that big of a deal. keep in mind, this bike is awesome. Like, I struggled to find things for this list because I really do love this bike. There's not a whole lot that I don't like about it. And anything that I'm really mentioning, you can kind of change. Maybe not the seat. I mean, you can tape it or whatever. But, this bike is so hideous without a windshield. If you can look, like, down in here, when that's not there, it is the goofiest looking thing. I just think it's absolutely hideous. They could have like kept the headlight up a little higher, or maybe, I don't know, done something. But it just, that whole bracket and the way the signals just stick out, yeah, I think it's hideous. That's why I put this little piece of crap windshield on there. Shout out to Metric Garage. If you guys live in the DFW area, that's where you need to be taking your bike.
Always look on the light side of life.
Yellow. Yellow?
How are you answering the phone?
I pulled over to make a video.
A few moments later.
So, that's about it, guys. Like I said, there's not a whole lot to hate about this bike. It's really just petty little things. I think the seat is probably the worst thing, if not the foot peg placement. But it's still a great bike for what you pay for it. You're really not going to find anything better in this category. So, that's it, guys. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. You don't have to, but
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
Gotta catch 'em all.